Hey unit carriers, and welcome to day 2 of our January Jumpstart, brought to you by me and my office. And I hope that you've enjoyed yesterday and goal setting and took time to think about and process where you see yourself in the next couple of months as we wrap up the end of our Mary Kay year, the last half of our Mary Kay year. So we talked yesterday about why you should set a goal and why you should write it down, the importance of writing a goal down and being very specific about what you're working toward, because 3% of people who write down goals specifically to accomplish them and keep them on the forefront of their brain, they end up doing 10 times the amount of work of other people and accomplishing 10 times the amount of things. And so that's what we want to focus on, is that 10 times that you could see the results of, rather than people who don't write anything down and don't have anything to work for. And so I want to encourage you with a 90-day challenge. Anything can change in 90 days. Anything can turn around in 90 days. You'll hear many stories about people who did things in 90 days, but personally, I want to share my story of becoming a director in 90 days and what that looked like for me and my family. Although we took 4 months from the day that we submitted director and qualification to the day we ended forward, but really I started working toward directorship in those last 90 days. It was July, August, and September that I put myself into challenge after challenge after challenge and saw amazing growth in my business and was able to see the ultimate prize I sought, which was becoming a director at the end of those 90 days. Now, not everybody comes into this business wanting to be a director, and that's fine. That's not what's intended, that everyone becomes a director. But if you are wanting to grow your business in people, in customers, in team members, in finances, if you're wanting to work toward a car, if you're wanting to move up the career path at all, then doing things in challenges and 90-day segments is the way to go. And so I want to issue you with an amazing challenge. There's a difference between passion and passion with discipline. And what I love about having passion and discipline is that passion can only get you so far. It can be the excitement and the fun and the drive that will take you places, maybe the attitude that will take you places you never thought you could go. But when you couple it with discipline, you actually see results, because passion doesn't get you results. Passion gets you excitement, and it rallies and it motivates. But discipline and action are what's going to get you results. And so this 90-day challenge is about taking your passion and coupling it with discipline to move forward in one common goal. So are you ready? This is what the challenge is. Do 100 faces in 90 days. Pause for effect. I am so excited about this because I think it's huge. And when we think about it, 100 faces might sound like a ton and way out of your comfort zone and way out of your league. But I want to break down for you what 100 faces could do for your business. Are you ready? You might need a pen and paper for this. If you did 100 faces in 3 months, or 13 weeks is what we're working toward, that's having one party every single week of 5 people. Okay, if you did one party of 5 people every single week for 13 weeks, you'd see 65 faces. That knocks out the majority of it. If you brought 2 guests to a guest event or your weekly meeting every single week, that would be 26 people in a 13-week period, okay? And then if you just did 9 facials sprinkled throughout 13 weeks, that would finish it up to 100 faces. Now, does that sound easy? Can you do one party a week? Can you bring 2 people to your guest event or weekly meeting, even though you're already going, and just bring 2 guests with you? Could you do that? If you feel like you can do that, how doable does 100 faces in 90 days sound all of a sudden? Let me show you what's even more exciting about this. That would only be about 5 hours of work a week. 5 hours. I'm not asking you to drop your whole life and your other jobs and your family and your personal excitement. I'm just asking you 5 hours. Can you commit to 5 hours a week to see 100 people in a 90-day period? Here are some of the results that you would get if you did this. Seeing 100 faces in a 13-week period is an average of $5,000 retail. Your 40% profit that you take, because we set aside 60% to replace the product and business expenses, and then we profit 40%, your 40% profit on $5,000 is $2,000 in a 13-week period. You would also get on target for your car and could possibly even enter DIQ. Do you like all those words? Because I do. How exciting is that? Can you imagine how that could change your life, change your family, and change your business in a simple 90-day period? It is important to plan your work and work your plan. Mary Kay was a huge advocate of that. And so some of the things that I sent you in your email yesterday will help you plan your work. It'll break things down into 30 face chunks. Or like I said before, you can make a goal poster with just 100 lines on it. And every single time you see a face, you fill it in. Anyone who would complete this 100 faces in 90-day challenge, I'm going to have your name embroidered on this beauty coat because I think that's so much fun to make it personal. That way, if you don't have your name tag, it's okay, but just to have your name, Sarah, or what your name is written right there above that Mary Kay sign, I think that would be so much fun. One other thing I want to encourage you by is that if 100 faces in 90 days just kind of is like, no, whoa, I do not care about that much business, that is not why I came into this, then that's totally fine. I would love for you to set yourself a goal that you can accomplish in these 90 days. This is about unifying our unit and bringing us together for a 90-day challenge. And so if you don't want to do 100 faces, but maybe you want to do 60, then do what works best for you. Only you know what's good for your business and for what your goals are and what you're working toward and how Mary Kay plays a part of that. The other thing I want to caution is that do not do things just because you feel like you have to. But on the same token, don't say no to a challenge because it seems a little bit out of your reach or you're comparing and that kind of a thing. The last thing I want you to do is to be settling and not doing anything because you think it might be difficult. And so please do not compare and please do not compromise, but take this as an opportunity to grow yourself personally, to grow your business and really benefit yourself and your family. The idea of this challenge is to make you a little bit sick because goals should not be comfortable, really. If they're growing you and they're stretching you, they should not be something that's easily accomplished and make you comfortable. And so the idea is to make you a little bit uneasy and reach for something that's beyond what you would normally work toward. Who is going to join me? I want you to message me, Vox me, put something on Facebook, and let me know if you are committed to doing this 90-day challenge with me. And if you're not doing 100 faces, then that's fine, but let us know what your challenge is for these next 90 days, and then give yourself a prize for doing that. I want you to reward yourself for accomplishing something. Last but not least, you don't need to know what this is going to look like. Committing to 100 faces in 90 days is going to be a mixture of passion and discipline. And I don't want you to think too hard through the logistics because we just broke down how simple it can be. So if you are willing to do this, say yes, let me know that you're committed, and I am excited to start this new year off fresh with excitement and new things and wonderful challenges set ahead of us as we work to complete amazing things as a unit and individually in our own businesses. I'm so thankful for you, and I can't wait. Here we come, 2015.